All right, guys. Hello and welcome to the video. We are going to be teaching you how to succeed in your first zoo today. We're going to assume you don't have any credits, you don't have any money, you don't have any experience, and I am going to show you how to be very successful in your very first zoo. Let's go to Africa. It does not matter what continent you go to. The only thing that matters is biome. And all biome does is slightly influence the weather. It doesn't actually completely influence. Apparently, you could still get monsoons in the desert. This is going to be the Love Shack. This is going to turn into a mega breeding zoo for the next event is what I'm building this for. I am live on Twitch every day, so be sure to come by the stream. You can ask whatever questions you want. I try to help people as much as possible. And yeah, we have a good time every day. All right, so we immediately pause the game and we're going to build paths. I see this is our default path. We're going to expand it to 7. Length is a little bit crazy. We'll skip that. And we're just going to build a straight line here. Should be good for now. We're going to go staff paths. And we're going to go to facilities. We're going to go to staff facilities. And we're not going to make them look nice yet. We'll go keeper hut. And so the yellow square around it, that is the area of influence. You do not want guests to get anywhere near that yellow square. In fact, even there would still annoy the guest. You got to give it a little bit more space than that. So there's that. And then we're going to build. So we are going to skip quarantine and surgery for now. Workshop, staff room. We get the trade center? No, we did not. Okay. Let's do it that way. All right, so this is our core buildings right here. But while you're putting these buildings in, you need a water filtration and you need a transformer. While we're here, we're going to give them a ATM. You need your guests to be able to get some money out. Guest facilities, ATM. I just like to put the ATM right by the entry. And while we're there, we might as well give them a waste basket. Got to get them recycling. And we're gonna need employees, so we're gonna hire a caretaker. We're gonna hire a keeper. We're gonna hire a mechanic. We're going to hire security, kind of unnecessary for now, but we're hiring them anyway. And we're going to hire a vet, so we don't need vendors yet. Later on, I will show you how to quickly max research. All right, so we're going to let them get in their buildings. Now, when I first did this, I immediately built all the snake pens that I'm going to be teaching you guys. However, the problem with doing that is you actually have to do a lot of effort to keep the zoo profitable while you're doing that. Now, if you build just one exhibit of habitat animals, that will draw enough visitors in that your zoo will be very profitable and you don't have to worry about anything. So that's what we're going to do. We need to get snakes. Unfortunately, my snake options really suck. We're going to get him right now and hope that more snakes show up. So, animal trading. We're going to see if we can find some tortoises. It would be really efficient to start with tortoises, but I'm only going to do this if it's affordable for everybody. All right, let's drop off the gold and see if we can get any tortoises for real cheap. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. All right. So this is perfect. We can get tortoises for cash. This is what we're going to do. We're going to sort by price. We're going to try to find a pair of tortoises because these guys live forever. All right, so I'm just going to assume that you guys, have a little bit of credits and that this part is irrelevant for you. I'm going to try to buy one as young as possible. So it's not really about these guys breeding, though. I will say that. These guys, you're just doing it to get some visitors in here. So we're just gonna get some cheap ones here. Give me longevity. Longevity is the only thing I need. There we go. We'll get her. She's in Aldabra, so we need to find a male Aldabra. He will do. He's a good amount of money right now, but I'm okay with that. All right. So let's see how much space they actually need. Zoopedia. 230 meters. So that's super, super easy. 16 to 42 degrees, 232 meters, no water. Pretty easy to do. So we are going to build a habitat here. We're going to go glass at the front. We're going to go barriers. Red brick. All right. I think that'll be enough. And we'll give them a path. That's fine for now. This might be a little ugly, but keep in mind this entire zoo is temporary. I will be destroying the whole thing when it's all said and done. Habitat. We're going to go Aldabra giant tortoise. Species Aldabra giant tortoise. Going to go beds and shelters. This will work though. This should work. Alright, and that lights up, so that's not bad. It's already got some beds in it. I'm going to fix that. What if we did this size? Hopefully that works. We'll see what they say when they move in. Give them food and water bowls. We're going to go water pipe. And large food trowel. Okay, and I definitely need donation bins. Those are very, very important. That is where most of your money comes from. Guest facilities. Right here. And there's no such thing as too many donation bins. The only negatives, it might look a little bit tacky, but it actually looks nice at night because it lights up, so it kind of looks like street lights. All right, so we got that. We'll be doing education in a minute as well. Over here is going to be a bunch of snake exhibits. All right, so we'll rename this exhibit A. Aldabra. There might not ever be a B, but that is just the start. We're going to move the animals in, and then we're going to craft the habitat to suit them. And after that, we'll be focusing on snakes. The Aldabra turtles are just to get people in the door. We're going to move these guys in. All right, we now have turtles. All right, so we're going to go ahead and check these guys. They have plenty of room. They're not happy with their habitat. I expected that, so we're going to give them, let's see, they want some sand. We could do that. We'll probably give them a little pond in here. We'll give them more short grass. All right. In fact, we'll just give them we'll give them a little bit of a pond right now. So we're going to push this down. And then we're going to use flatten the foundation. And there we go. And then we're going to put some water in here. Actually, we're going to make it sand again. I don't know why it's not sand now. And then we're going to put some calm water in here. Okay. All right. They're still happy. They do not like the hard shelter, so that's bad news. That's bad news. I got to get rid of this. get rid of it the easy way, which if we click down here in the bottom corner, we can go multi-selection. We can drag and select that. That is the little box in the bottom right corner down here. You can kind of see it underneath me. And we're going to go back to Habitat. We're going to look for beds and shelters, and we're going to try to find something that they like. Let's try this one. And if we go, that's too big. They're not going to breed, so maybe this will make them happier. Big beds. Okay, they're happier with that. 97% happy, 85% happy. All right. We'll give them a little bit of education. We're going to go viewing devices. I'm going to use Habitat Animal Information Sign. And we're going to put one here. I'm going to hold shift, drag it a little below the ground. We're going to put one there. We're going to put one here. Same thing, making sure it's facing the right way. It is. We're going to hold shift, drag it a little bit below the ground. And then we're going to, don't worry, the money's still going to go in the donation bin, even though it's blocking it. We're going to go speakers, and we're going to, we're just going to layer these. Now, I could turn the volume way up on these, but we're not going to do that right now. I don't want to drown out the turtles, and I'm not sure how much space I need behind me. So we're just going to do that. And we're going to jack these up to turtles. Now we have proper education. All right. And just like that, we already have 70 people in here. We're about to start on the snakes in a minute. We're going to go zoo. We're going to go to vet research, and this vet is going to research turtles. We will go ahead and upgrade that vet ASAP. Give him another skill level. That'll make the research faster. All right, guys. So what we're going to do now, we're going to be expanding to the snakes, but I figure at the same time, I'm going to teach you guys a couple very easy ways to make money. I'm going to assume you only have 100 or 200 conservation credits. So we're going to change that. We're going to go into the search. We are going to reset this search filter. And we're going to go for Chinese pangolins. I'm just showing you some of the stuff you can get for really cheap and you can sell for good money. We're going to go Chinese pangolin. We're going to go Japanese macaque. And we're going to go spotted hyena. And that's all we're going to do for now because theoretically we're broke right now. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to set up a search filter. We're going to go over here and we're going to set this to gold. And just like that, right there, Frontier Zoo, Japanese macaque, 106. This guy is going to sell for at least 1,500. At least 1,500. And so what else you're going to do is you're going to double click this, and that's going to show you the newest posts at the top. And by doing that, like you can see, you could sell these pangolins right here for probably around 1,500. That's just, pangolins are good money. And so now that we bought that macaque, we're going to reset the search real quick, and we're going to search for macaques. We're going to see what they're selling for. And as we could see up, there's another one, another Frontier Zoo post for 112. Easy, easy, easy money. So right now we just made 2 or 3 grand, that easy. And we're going to go in here and just to sell these quick and easy, we're just going to post these guys at like 1,400 each. No, we're not trying to get rich off of them, but we're making really good profit. 1440 and 1,400. Yeah, that'll work. 1,440. All right, and so there we go. We just made like 2,500 plus profit off of 2 really quick transactions. And this is just a small list. There's a huge list of stuff you can sort for. Once you have money, you can massively expand this. If you're interested in how to make a ton of money from the auction house, I have a pretty in-depth guide. There'll be a button you can click right above me in this video, and that'll take you to the video. So yeah, that's all we're going to do. We're going to be building 5 exhibits. We're going to go to facilities. We're going to go to small animal exhibits. We're going to go to exhibit. We can go down here. Well, that is what it is. Anyway, we're going to hopefully get some brown snakes here. Still no female brown snakes. Death adder. All right. Death adder. There we go. We're going death adders. All right. Common death adder. That will work. Common death adder. All right. We'll get the gold. Adopt. And we will get silver. Adopt. We can start this right out of the gate with maybe with 2. The fertility is what we're really after right now. Look at that one. And why are those? Why is one silver and one's not? Okay. Anyway, we'll get him. And now we'll put the good pair in here. All right, so those 2 go in. They go in here. And these 2 go in here. And we're going to name this A snakes, B snakes. Gonna get the temp and stuff right. Like, it's pretty much the same as the other snakes, which is 2778 for the brown snakes. We'll see how close that is. Yep, so that's going to be good. So we're going to assign a keeper here, but we need research. We need research quickly. So we're actually going to hire another vet right now. And we actually, see, I didn't think I needed to do double research yet, so we're actually going to need another research center right now as well. So another vet, and replace the vets. We're going to go facilities and staff facilities, and we're going to go another research center. So per person researching, you need extra facilities. There we go, research center. All right, and that way we can upgrade the layout. Upgrading the layout is very important. And we're going to also need means of making money over here. So we will start dropping these down. So yeah, we got a few snakes going. Ideally, I want to get brown snakes. So we're gonna keep checking for brown snakes. Because I know how good brown snakes are. I'm not sure on these guys. So we have a male already. We need a female. One female and we're good. And yeah, the reason we have the turtles is to make this zoo profitable while we're waiting on the snakes. Okay, we could probably already plan fast forward. We're going to go to 2x speed. The sooner you get to fast forward, the better. And another thing we're going to be looking at is we're going to be watching for VIPs to enter the zoo. Every time you greet a VIP, you get 20 conservation credits, which, you know, quickly becomes irrelevant, but at least when you're first starting the game, that 20 credits can really help. And we're going to go ahead and assign a couple work zones. I really don't want to have to hire another keeper yet. So what we will do is we will go into staff, we'll go to work zones, we'll go new work zone, and this is going to be the all work zone. Just to make sure everybody's assigned. And we will also make one more work zone, and this will be snakes. Okay. So we got snakes. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to assign keeper. Keeper is going to be on all for now. Same with the caretaker. Same with the mechanic. So if, by them having work zones, they will automatically do the repairs and automatically do the veterinary work. So work zones is pretty critical. We're gonna upgrade. Yeah, we're keeping that vet upgraded. Mechanic needs to be researching. That's an oversight that I wasn't researching. In my opinion, the most important thing to research is to get to two-way glass or one-way glass as quick as possible. So research barriers, habitat. Those are going to be your main ones. By the time you start building shops, food and souvenir shops can be pretty important. But I would definitely max barriers first because shy animals need one-way glass. And as you expand the zoo, you will have a good amount of shy animals. All right, so we got the first level of research. We're going to upgrade the food of these guys to quality 2. We're going to upgrade the layout of these guys. Give them a rock. And we're also going to check for... we're already on turtles. Good, tortoises. We're going to check for enrichment items. We're going to give them a food ball. And we're going to give them a sprinkler. All right, and they should be a little bit happier. Yep. All right. Are these guys pregnant yet? We need babies. Not pregnant and not pregnant. All right. In time, in time. Yep, we're going to go 3x. Be sure you have work zones assigned and have a stable zoo before you go to 3x, because if it's not stable, you're going to know it really quickly. So yeah, we're making $4 grand a year as of right now. Probably $5 grand by the end of the year. So that's pretty solid for this early on with just one animal. And these snakes, once this is rolling, is going to be pumping out a lot of money. And as far as like fluid movement, like I'm doing, pretty much wherever I'm moving, I'm holding down the middle mouse click, the mouse wheel. I'm holding down the mouse wheel, and then I'm moving with WASD. That's the core of your movement for this game. WASD and middle mouse click. And mouse scroll to zoom in and out. And then Q and E lower and raise the camera. So that's like the core of your movement. Alright, we should be able to upgrade the layout again. Yep. That's going to increase their happiness further. Alright. VIP guest arrived. So this is what I was talking about. I cannot greet myself. Unfortunately, I can't greet myself. But usually you click on this, and then you'll have an option to wave up here. And that will give you 20 conservation credits. These guys getting pregnant yet? Alright, we got babies on the way. Alright. We really need to pick up more snakes, though. Hey, there's a brown snake. Alright. We now have a brown snake. So we can now set up the brown snake. Set it up over here. We'll put both of these in here. And check the stats. Okay, cool. They're both good breeders. Send to zoo. Move them here. And this is going to be A Brown 1. I'm going to change the naming. This will be a Death 1. We're just not even going to use the number. This is B Death. Alright, so these guys in here, they need 2778. I've done that enough times with these guys. I know their temperatures. Alright, so these guys, we can upgrade their habitat the rest of the way. Just give them a basking lamp. Okay, and now they should be maximum happy. They are. We'll have babies soon. If not already, we might already have babies. Not quite yet. Okay. All right. All right, so we are going to continue the snake researching and breeding. We're pretty much fine on employees and staff buildings right now. We do need some snake education, but I'm not going to worry about that quite yet. The big thing is getting this research done as quick as possible. And then I will, in a little while here, I'm going to show you guys how to max all your research very, very quickly. It's actually very, very easy and efficient. All right, do we have babies yet? We do have babies. All right, so this is normally why I label them. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into zoo. We're going to go to animals. We're going to sort by maturity. And this way we could see the babies really efficiently. So we're going to move these guys to the trade center just like that. All right. And now if this was habitat animals, you would need to label them because you would have to be very careful about inbreeding. With reptiles, it does not matter. Yeah, we're just going to put these guys straight in. We're going to ignore the fact that they are brother and sister. All right, so now that we've done that, they're Eben and Sophia. So if we do this, we're going to see that they are related. However, it does not affect their ranges. Like as you can see, it does not affect their ranges. This is the same range it would be regardless. You know, I don't. If you can avoid it, go for it. Just in principle, to avoid inbreeding, go for it. But I'm just saying it's not necessary. With habitat animals, you're going to want to label your pens. You're going to want to label your animals. So normally, I would rename these snakes. You know, A1 Bashira, A1 Zoe, B1 Symington, B1 Tempest, and I would keep doing that. And when they had babies, I would even name the babies, you know, A1B, B for baby, or B1B, and that way when I put them in the exhibit trading, I can know that I can pair up an A baby and a B baby without it being inbreeding. I can't pair up B and B, and so forth. I think the zoo's making enough money that we're gonna just do this. We're gonna go staff. We're gonna hire another keeper. This keeper is going to be purely snakes. Snakes. Okay. All right. We're going to check for more snakes. I really want brown snakes. All right, silver brown snake. That's a good one. We're going to adopt her just to have her. Eastern brown snake, nearing completion. So I think we're going to go 5 and 5 for now. We're going to see how lucrative the Death Adder babies are, because I know the brown snakes are good. And that'll get us rolling for now. Once we have this expanded. VIP guest. So here's how you do this. All you do is say hello. And we get 20 credits. Do that every chance you get, especially while you're broke. Alright, snakes are done. Snakes are done. So we're gonna go in here. We're gonna give him the lamp. Or tree, my bad. Okay. We're going to check for babies again. Easiest place to get used to doing that is here. And we're just going to sort by maturity. And we see we do have brown snake babies. We have quite a few babies. Sweet. So we're going to move all the babies. All of them. And we're going to go into the exhibit trading. And as we can see, we have some nice ones in here. So these are the same price. These are the same value as the brown snakes. So I would say Death Adders and brown snakes are probably equal. These two. We're going to move them into here. And we're going to build another exhibit. We're going to do 5 and 5 at least for getting started. Alright, so we have 10. I know that's ugly as hell, but remember, this is temporary. And here we will go this one and that one. Yep. So these two are going to go in here. We're going to pause it. We're going to get the climate right, 2778. We're going to do the layout. We're just going to pick 3 random ones. It really doesn't matter besides your own aesthetic appeal. All right, we have to edit the work zone. So we're going to go snakes. We're going to edit. Those are now in the snakes. We're going to go all. We're also going to include these in all for now. Make sure snakes is still set. It is. All right. And we're not very far from the money just pouring in. Not very far away. So I want this to be easier sorting. So I'm actually just going to start all these with a Z. That way they sort at the bottom. You can rename everything in here. It's really, really easy. Because the thing is like if I'm late on some babies and they're 1.5 years old, I might not know that they're babies. So all the adults, all the parents are just going to have a Z in front of them. That way they're at the bottom of the sorting list. Normally I would do A1, B1, all that, but I want this to be quick and efficient today. Make sure the zoo is still nicely profiting. It is. We're making 6-7 grand a year. We're going to go ahead and put some of these in. We now have more snake babies. So we're going to take these snake babies. We're going to send them to the trade center. And we're going to see if we have another pair of brown snakes that are good. All right, we're going to spend some money. Realistically, I could sell them back for the same price, so I'm not too worried about it. Put death adders in. Those 2 will do. All right, so we are just waiting for more snake babies. And besides that, besides the tips I'm showing you here on how to snipe animals, how to buy and sell animals. By the way, the Japanese macaques sold $1,500 a piece. Besides this, one way you can make conservation credits, like maybe you don't like playing the auction house. Maybe that's not your thing. Maybe you hate that and you just want to play the game. What you could do is you could breed cheetahs. Cheetahs have about 4 babies at a time, and those babies release to the wild for $1,000 a piece. So that's, 4,000 credits a pop. Very, very easy money, especially if you get a couple breeding pens going. I think playing the auction house is probably still better money, but you have to enjoy that. If you don't enjoy flipping stuff in the buy and sell side of the game, then it's not for you. What? Uh-oh. 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 All right, so this is the disaster I was worried about. Now we have to build the quarantine in the surgery because we just got a disease. So we're going to have to research my mycoplasmosis as well. So usually this doesn't happen with your first animals. This is very unlucky. But it happened, so now we need these. All right. And we are going to have to research. There it is, active disease. Okay. So we'll research that. Luckily it didn't spread. And that's because I had a vet assigned. By having the vet assigned to this work zone already, the vet automatically handles it. So if I wouldn't have had a work zone here, that turtle would have spread the disease to everybody, and I would have had a real disaster on my hands. So make sure you're using work zones. Checking for babies again. All right, we got some new babies. We're going to move these babies. That's all of our babies right now. That is all of our babies right now. So we're going to move those babies into the trade center, and hopefully we have our last pair of death adders. So we got these 2 here. We're going to send these to the zoo. They're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They go in here. We're going to fix that habitat up. All right. So we now have our death adders set up. We're going to try to finish up our brown snakes. We're going to check exhibits to see if there's any more brown snakes for sale that are good. First of all, let's see what we're missing. So we're going to start selling the death adders. None of these guys are amazing. So we're just going to sell all those. There's a quick 3,300 bucks. All right, so these guys aren't bad. They have the high fertility, which is what we need for this first batch. One and that one. And we're going to be making a lot of money very soon. Very, very soon. All right, so we're getting far enough along. I'm going to be selling babies pretty rapidly here pretty soon. And once that happens, once we get to about 100 grand, I'm going to show you guys how to max all your research super, super quickly. It's actually very easy to do. We have some more baby snakes to deal with. A bunch of baby snakes. Yes, that's good. All right. Those are all babies, right? Yes, they are. I think we have some pairs that we haven't renamed yet. So let's rename those too. See what we got for snakes. We're going to start just saving the top death adders. Sort by species here. We need a couple good brown snakes. He's good. So we'll move these guys in. And then we'll move those in. Alright, we're going to go sell some stuff. Keep the best ones. Get rid of all the bronzes. Alright, more babies. Alright, we're starting to get some high quality babies, so we'll start selling the silvers and the bronzes. And we're just periodically checking this, looking for more babies. Alright, so we got that done. Now we can build one-way glass. We can expand to stuff like red pandas or whatever whenever we're ready. We'll do habitats and shelters next. At this point, I mean, we're making good enough money. We're going to go ahead and upgrade the mechanic. And we will upgrade our main vet one more level. Upgrade our keepers a level apiece. And that's all this comes down to. Eventually, at a certain point, you're just dealing with babies and you're making a crazy amount of money. We're just going to keep selling anything that's not gold. Get more babies. Back in here. We're going to sell off everything not gold. And then we're going to sell off stuff that's not great. Alright, so I just lost a snake. Just had a snake die. This is why we keep the backups. Alright, let's see what we got. Way too many male Death Adders. He's gone. Yeah, so we could start the research village. So, what we're going to do here, I'm pausing it just so I don't have to deal with babies. We're going to build another staff path. Then we're going to build staff facilities. So, this is just a really easy way to max everything all at once. We're going to go research centers. Alright, so we got 8 research centers. And then we need... Okay. So that is all we need for that, and now we have to hire the employees to go in there. We're going to place down 8 vets. And 8 mechanics. Okay, and now we're going to start a ton of research. And you could do more than 8. You could do 20 if you wanted. You could do 5 if you wanted. There's no one number. It's just how quick do you want to get it done? Because once it's done, you delete everything I just built and you fire everybody besides 1 or 2 people. And as you can see, I mean, that took a good amount of money, but the research is going to be done pretty damn quick. All right, so now when we click this, it's a whole bunch of stuff. I'm just going to keep it going. I'm going to leave it paused for a second. I try to pause as little as possible because, you know, you're not making money or getting research done when it's paused, but sometimes you get backed up a little bit. All right, so the research is officially on its way to done. 100% of research done. All right. We get to fire everybody. We get to fire everybody. So let's do that. All but my 3-star. Everybody else is fired. All right, they're all fired, which means we can also destroy all of these. All right, now we just have mechanics to go. And this is where the money starts adding up. Pretty nice. So the vet research, as you could see, all of the vet research is done. We'll check for snipes here for a minute. See if anything's slipping by. And it's not. But all those that we got earlier, have sold. Which were Japanese macaques, and they're all gone. Easy money. We're just waiting on snake babies. Research is done. Completely done. So the best part is all this over here is gone. All right, so we just sold our we just closed down our temporary staff village. 100% of research done. Thanks to a temporary staff village. And we are almost to the point of breeding a ton of perfect snakes, which will make this even faster. All right, more snakes coming. Here come all the babies. Couple more perfects, and pretty soon we won't even check babies. We'll just sell them. All right, more babies. Oh, there's a lot of babies. All right, we'll do 12 right now. At this point, we're going to get rid of everything that's not perfect. So now that I'm finally to the point where I can just sell all the snake babies, I'll be making 20 to 30,000 cash every time I do it. Literally in the next 30 minutes of gameplay, I'll probably make at least $250,000. So you do this till you have, you know, $500,000 to $1 million cash. All right, so now everything in here should have 100 in front of its name, and they are all 100, 100. And so now that I actually have enough backup snakes, we don't even need to look. Just everything that doesn't have 100 in front of its name, regardless of the stats, is gone. This is when the money really starts flying. But the whole point of this guide is how to max your money, max your research, and have all that stuff unlocked and have a substantial amount of money so you can delete everything and build a real zoo with your Steam Workshop blueprints that require high research and just something beautiful, you know, with whatever animals you want. Instead of having to slowly progress your research and constantly manage the money. All right, we're already at 350K. And it's just going to keep flowing pretty nicely. All right, so this pretty much wraps up the video. That's all. You guys see the process of how to scale this to 1 million or 2 million or however far you want to take it. And if you want to get really crazy, I mean, you could do even more exhibits. I did 20 and it was manageable. I did have to pause here and there while I was selling babies because it was hard to keep up with 20. 12 seems pretty comfortable. I feel like 15 wouldn't even be bad. But yeah, it's a pretty straightforward start. Minimal amount of buildings. You do not need these buildings to start. You will soon enough, though. You will need an extra staff building. Definitely don't forget the power and the water. And yeah, just one animal, whether it's a tortoise or a peacock. Peacocks are pretty good to start. They're really cheap. Wild dog's pretty good. And eventually, if you don't want to play the economy, I would suggest growing to the point of being able to do cheetahs or other expensive animals that are expensive to release. Cheetahs are worth about $1,000 a piece to release them. And they have 4 babies at a time. So that can add up pretty quick. Couple cheetah pens and you'll have tons of credits before you know it. I have another guide on how to make a ton of conservation credits. There's probably going to be a tile pop up on this video right now for you to click on to check out the conservation credits guide. And I can teach you how to make a ton of conservation credits. I think I made 100,000 credits in my first day and another 200,000 credits my second day. If this video has helped you guys out there, I do stream 5 days a week, very long streams on Twitch. So be sure to come by the stream, drop a follow. Remember to subscribe on the video, and I will see you next time.